Hey there gamers, it's Fur, here to do my annual I'm Not Dead post, but this time in video form, since I recently went through some stuff so unhinged that putting it into words just wouldn't cut it. So consider this a sort of storytime video, minus the animation. So basically, a storytime video. September 25th, I woke up feeling quite groggy after a long day of work. Got up, ate some food, then headed to my PC to get some work done for some of my videos. But before I did, I saw that Windows had a new update for me, and seeing as Windows had been being quite a pest about it, I decided, fuck it, I'll update my computer so I can do my stuff unbothered. One standard update, and I was back on my desktop, with everything doing its usual stuff after a reset. But when Discord was opening up, it crashed. And I don't mean the application, I mean the entire computer. The whole thing suddenly crashed with little explanation beyond an error message at the bottom of the screen that was around for a few seconds. Naturally, I thought this was some weird computer jank that would inevitably sort itself out, similar to when my PC would randomly turn on, or when voice mod just stopped working on my PC, which got fixed by simply scanning and fixing some corrupted files along with a complete reinstall of the program. But sadly, this was not the case, as the moment I logged back in onto my PC, it crashed a few seconds later. This happened 3 times in a row, where after the 3rd time, my PC tried to diagnose the problem, but couldn't for some reason, making me confused as all hell over what this update did to make a $2,000 PC into a $2,000 paperweight. Immediately recognizing the severity of this situation, I decided to try uninstalling Discord, thinking something akin to voice mod where the files for it got corrupted and could be fixed in a similar manner. So I uninstalled the program and everything seemed good for a few minutes before it crashed. Then I thought the pop-up of numerous applications was causing the memory to overflow at the beginning. So I cut those off early and things worked out fine. Hell, I was even able to transfer a project I was recently scripting into my external drive, in case of the worst possible scenario in this situation. But the moment I backed up another project of mine, and it was like this for a good hour of log into computer, crash. Log into computer for longer than before, crash. PC tries to fix problem, it can't. I do various things in the troubleshoot menu, from system restore, uninstalling the update, changing stuff in the startup settings, command prompts, attempting to reinstall Windows, all of it not working. Hell, in one instance, the damn thing crashed in the troubleshoot menu. That's how fucked things were right now. Honestly, if I didn't have work that day, I probably would have been at this all day and gotten nowhere. But fortunately, I'm not terminally online. So I left for work, pissed off at my current PC predicament along with other IRL stuff going on that day. Though weirdly enough, a complete stranger offered me a ride to work and actually followed through with it. I bring that up since it was quite fascinating given the saying, don't get in a car with a stranger. Yet this action actually brightened up my day. Life is quite unpredictable like that. Though while I was at work, I asked my family for advice on the subject matter. One member and I came up with the idea to take my PC in for repairs due to the severity of the situation. The store thankfully did weekend repairs despite not showing it on their website, while another suggested I use ChatGPT to troubleshoot the problem, which might as well be a backhanded way of telling someone, your problem is so unimportant, here's an AI to talk to instead, now fuck off. By the way, if you have time after this video, please consider watching Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. Won't specify why, but I promise you it will be a cathartic watch if you're annoyed with AI as much as me. Getting back on topic, I figured the best course of action would be to put this issue on hold until tomorrow, since I didn't have the energy or patience to deal with this crap right now. Then it was tomorrow, where out of desperation and pity for the individual, I figured I would use ChatGPT to see if that would fix my current predicament. Spoilers, it didn't, and made me lose access to my mouse. Further cementing that ChatGPT is full of it, please watch Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die. So one drive to the computer store later, I dropped my PC off to get it fixed. And in a stroke of luck, however, they were actually able to fix it, along with ensuring none of my files were lost. And the work notes they provided me gave me quite a laugh. 11:23 a.m. PC boots to Windows 11. 11:24 a.m. 5 blue screens of deaths in blue screen viewer. Cache manager, memory management, PFN, list corrupt X3, blue screen of death during diagnostics, kernel security check failure. 11:29 a.m. Booted in safe mode to see if crashing no longer occurs. Driver health looks good. 11:32 a.m. Attempted to run malware scan. PC blue screens of death. Installed test RAM, checking to see if crashing persists. 12:48 p.m. Ran OCCT full system stability test with test RAM. PC passed. PC needs new RAM. So this whole time, the culprit for my PC's instability wasn't the Windows update, but instead a batch of bad RAM, which in my situation, I got replaced for free thanks to a warranty. Cause if not, then this video would have become a rant about why we need to dedicate an entire month to throwing rocks at Sam Altman, which might have you wondering why I titled this video the way that I did when the issue had nothing to do with the update. And that's because before this update, my PC was working perfectly, yet this update was the straw that broke my RAM sticks. And I have no idea why, but to anyone who is more technologically informed than me, please feel free to tell me how this works along with sharing this video. And that's the end of this little hell arc, where the moral of this story is always back up your files, cause if a situation like this happens to you, you're just screwed. Now back to work on my actual content. Hope to see you soon.